because that is the only thing that you're going to be able to use as a support system, as an education system, as a friend and relationship system to help you thrive when the world gets messier and messier over the next 10, 20 years. What I learned in life from 10 years being in men's groups and leading men's groups every single week. I learned basically a completely new and better way to operate my life over the past 10 years of being in men's groups. Completely changed. And I say that it's not just, the men's group that I was in, giving me all these things and then me taking them and then going off and changing my life. It was active participation and taking action in my life in the areas where I was unsatisfied and really, really digging in and trying to improve those areas because I wanted a better life. I wanted a happy life. And so if I had to break down some of the key aspects of what I got from attending a men's group every week for the last 10 years, I will say that one of the key things was the consistency of week over week going in, evaluating my life, asking myself, what is working for me, what isn't, and then really digging into what isn't and trying to figure out what I was doing that was causing me unnecessary suffering, unnecessary anguish, unnecessary emotional pain. And then from there, I was able to, week in, week out, attempt to solve these problems, attempt to really address them with the help of anywhere from 8 to 15 other guys to help me figure out and solve the problems of my life. And a big part of that, and a big part of these groups, is that there's an imperative to be super honest, to be very accountable, to be very direct, and to work at it. And so when I was able to get feedback from people on where they thought I was missing out, where they thought my blind spots were, where they thought I needed to work in my life based on what I had told them, I was able to see things that I wouldn't have been able to see myself. And so that was a big, big part of the value of a men's group. The other part was it's a support and a challenge group at the same time. So when I was feeling down, or when I really didn't have the energy, or I was really stuck in some area and I was resistant, the group was really there to support me through it and be like, we're listening, we hear you. And at the same time, they were like, do you want to solve this problem? Do you want to get better? Why don't you try this? And that was the challenge part. We're challenging you to stop doing this repetitive, vicious cycle that you might be in, and to give you the opportunity to make changes so that you can have a happier life. That was another big part. And just the consistency of week in, week out doing this, and it's the same group of guys who are committed to doing it, then you get to know everyone. They get to know me. We really get to know each other's deeper issues that are going on, and then we're able to really, really see what's there for them and really help them to become better and to get better lives. And if we're resisting, and if there's like some stuck emotional stuff, then most of the time someone's going to present it to you. So it really, really helps in that way. The other thing is that you really get to see that everyone is struggling in life. And when you're just out in the regular world and you're doing your thing, and I've had this happen to me, is you see other people and you think, oh yeah, they got it all solved. Look at that nice car, they got a nice house, look at that, they got a beautiful wife, they got, lovely kids. Their life looks like it's amazing. And then when you get 10 to 12 guys in a circle, you find out that a lot of these people that you think their life is amazing, they're really struggling. And they're not just really struggling, they're struggling in specific areas that look like a horror show to you. And you find out that I'm doing well in this area. And they're struggling in that area. So it really levels the playing field. And as opposed to you just assuming everyone else has got it together in life and you're just the one person out that doesn't, you get to see that no one's got it together. Nobody. And if they do, then it's not too long for something dramatic happens and throws their life off balance. And that's the other thing that is great about these men's group, is that you start to see is when your life becomes off balance, when something happens to you that is dramatic, all of a sudden you have more skills to deal with it because you've been there week over week, looking at your stuff, witnessing other guys and seeing how they're solving their problems and how they're getting through it and how other guys are advising them. And it's like you're pooling all of your resources to build up this arsenal of skills that will help you basically fight your battles in life in a much easier way, because you're constantly practicing, you're constantly hearing about it, and you're constantly doing processes that really help you become more emotionally intelligent, understand more what's going on in your system, and then get techniques to pull that out and to deal with these issues that happen in your life. Because I'll tell you this, the next 40 to 50 years of our society is going to be all about you being able to understand yourself and know what's going on inside so that you can deal with the environment, society, the media, all of these things that are going to try to pull you away from your center. They're going to try and get your money. They're going to try and get your attention. They're going to try and control your mind. They're going to try and take away your freedom. There's all of these things in society that are against, and not by intention, it's the nature of the beast that we've created. And you can call it the attention economy. You can call it capitalism, consumer society. You can call it the lack of good community. You could call it the lack of morals, the lack of values, the lack of solid understanding of what makes us really truly happy in life. All of these things are out there. And the one thing, which is the main thing that I've learned from being in a men's group and a men's community for the last 10 years, is that the one thing that is going to help you not only survive mentally, but thrive in this environment is community. And that is not just a community that's just a bunch of people that you know, but it's a good community that is honest, that holds you accountable, that challenges you, that supports you, that has your back. Because that is the only thing that you're going to be able to use as a support system, as an education system, as a friend and relationship system to help you thrive when the world gets messier and messier over the next 10, 20 years. So that's the value I've learned from men's groups over the last 10 years. It is indescribably positive, and we need community now more than ever. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to put up a couple of links in the below section for the men's community that I'm in. And so good luck and hope that helps. Talk to you later.